The storm hit Korvik Dam just before midnight. Elias Varn, the chief engineer, watched pressure readings flicker across the monitors. Everything said normal, yet the entire dam trembled like something massive was moving beneath the mountain. Outside, the reservoir water was black and completely still. Mara, a technician, rushed in. "The lower tunnels are flooding again," she whispered. "That's impossible," Elias said. "They were sealed years ago." Every monitor suddenly went dark. A message appeared. "Open the gating," speakers crackled. A wet voice whispered. "Elias," Mara stepped back. "Open gates." Lights died, leaving only emergency red glow. Elias grabbed a flashlight and went down with Mara into the foundation tunnels. The deeper they went, the colder it became. Black moisture dripped from the walls. At the bottom stood a sealed steel door marked "Foundation Access." Restricted, it was already open. Inside, darkness stretched endlessly. Then whispering began, hundreds of voices. A worker ran out screaming, "They're in the water!" Black arms burst from the flooded tunnel and dragged him back. Mara screamed. Elias pointed the light at the water. Human faces floated beneath the surface, watching. Then all of them smiled at once. The flashlight exploded. "Run!" Elias shouted. The water began crawling up the stairs like a living thing. "We remember drowning." They barely reached the control room before alarms screamed. "Structural failure." The reservoir rose, unnaturally fast. Old footage appeared on screens. Workers drowning in 1971. Then a huge pale face appeared beneath the water. Mara whispered, "What is that?" Elias remembered the truth. Something was found beneath the mountain during construction. A deep cavern where people vanished. Survivors said the water spoke. The government buried it. But it never stopped. Wet footprints appeared in the control room. Children's voices whispered, "Why did you leave us below?" The dam wasn't holding water. It was holding the dead. A violent impact cracked the foundation. Mara asked, "What do we do?" Elias saw the floodgate lever. "Open it. Release the thing. Keep it closed. Everything explodes." The whispers grew louder. "Open the gates." He pulled the lever. Silence. Then the reservoir exploded. Black water burst outward, and something gigantic rose, made of thousands of human faces. The mountains split apart. Korvik Dam collapsed as the ancient thing escaped into the world. Nobody stayed at Greyvale Dam overnight. Every night at 2:13 a.m., voices came from inside the tunnels, not recordings. Real voices. Dr. Lena Mercer arrived during winter to investigate sound anomalies. Workers had been disappearing for months. Commander Harlan led her inside. All speakers and microphones had been removed. "Why?" Lena asked. Harlan said quietly, "Because the dam talks back." That night, Lena studied recordings. At 2:13 a.m., whispers always appeared. Then, "Can you hear us now?" a worker once asked. "Who's there?" The reply, "You buried us alive." He disappeared hours later. Lena entered the tunnels alone. The air grew freezing. Her radio whispered, "Please help us." Then darkness. Whispers came from the walls. "Don, listen." Copy knocking came from inside concrete. A voice whispered, "They trapped us below." Black liquid leaked through cracks. At the tunnel end, 3 workers stood with black eyes. "The dam is awake." Then they vanished. Lena reached a hidden chamber. Inside stood a massive black object, humming. Cables connected it to the entire dam. Harlan appeared. "You shouldn't see this." The object vibrated. Whispers grew louder. "It broadcasts signals no human can understand." A soldier collapsed screaming, then smiled. "They're singing." He walked into the object and was absorbed. A shadow creature emerged behind them, made of shifting human faces. Lena froze. "What is that?" Harlan said. "The object creates it. The dam wasn't producing power. It was amplifying something beneath the earth." Harlan gave her a detonator. "Destroy it." The creature advanced. Silence. U.S. Lena ran while Harlan fought. Workers in the control room collapsed, whispering. "We still hear them." A soft voice filled the room. "Lena." It sounded like her dead mother. "We only want to be heard." All workers turned black-eyed. Lena pressed the detonator. The chamber exploded. Greyvale collapsed inward. Silence returned. But weeks later, at 2:13 a.m., whispers returned on radios. "Can you hear us now?" Raven Creek Dam no longer existed on maps. Only forest, but people still vanished near Highway 9. Journalist Noah Grayson searched for answers after his brother Ethan disappeared there. At 11:47 p.m., he found the dam. Floodlights still worked. Water roared below. A sign read, "Raven Creek Hydroelectric Facility." The gates opened automatically. Inside, everything looked active. Machines hummed, then a voice. "Welcome back, Noah." He froze. The walls were covered in photos. Faces scratched out. Then he found a group photo from 1984. Ethan was there. Impossible. An old woman appeared. "No one leaves Raven Creek." "What is this place?" "The dam remembers people." She led him below. The walls became warm. Then Noah saw the turbines. Inside them, human faces screaming. "What is this?" he whispered. "Memory," she said. The reservoir showed faces rising beneath the water. "Your brother is still here." Monitors activated. Ethan appeared. "No! Don't let it see you!" A massive face appeared behind him. Then darkness. The hallways changed. The dam was alive. A creature entered, made of thousands of faces. "We remember your brother." Noah found archive tapes labeled with missing names. One tape showed Ethan. The dam copies what it remembers. "If it knows you fully, you never leave." Then Noah heard his own voice. "Don't turn around." He did. Another Noah stood there smiling. "We are memory." The archive collapsed. Water flooded the halls. "You're already part of us." In the control room, the reservoir was still. Then a giant head rose from the water, made of faces. "We only need your fear." The water exploded inward. Hands dragged Noah toward the reservoir. Inside, he saw Ethan. Changing, smiling, everything was becoming copies. Noah triggered self-destruct. "Don't forget us!" The dam exploded. Raven Creek vanished. Now only forest remains. But sometimes radios near Highway 9 whisper at night. "Do not let it remember you."